Watch as the moonlight creeps into the room. You're in the headlights. I wanna feel the way you do. Remember the summer? We chased the morning light. We ran for hours. You were always on my mind. Try to make it out alive, but we let it slip away. If we only had a second shot, we'd find another way. If we could do it all over, you would get the best of me. It could be forever. I would never let you leave. It's not too late to make it as we planned, 'cause we still got a shot in the dark, you and I. Watch as the moonlight leaves us in the dark. It's all so clear now. It takes me back to the start. Remember the summer? We chased the morning light. We ran for hours. You were always on my mind. We tried to make it out alive, but we let it slip away. If we only had a second shot, we'd find another way. If we could do it all over, you would get the best of me. It could be forever. I would never let you leave. It's not too late to make it as we planned, 'cause we still got a shot in the dark. We could do it all over. You would get the best of me.
Million thoughts are spinning around in my head. My pulse holds it down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window and I'm walking on it. But I won't let you know. And I know how it goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. It's too bad you had to leave. Please come back now, baby. Where were we? Said you changed in a lie. Got the memories still popping up. Show me your heart, I'll tell you mine. You go first, I'll rewind. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last, my wonderful. And I just can't seem to get enough. It's because I love you most of all. Million thoughts are flying from my head. Let's kiss them away and stay in my bed. Just to know that you are mine, I am floating on it. And I wanna let this show, but I know how this goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. We had changed, but not that much. Guess our memories are catching up. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last, my wonderful. And I just can't seem to get enough. It's because I love you most of all. We have changed, but not that much. some memories. Memories are catching up. Come on.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for watching and sticking around to the end of the video. I'm just gonna share some of my thoughts on the 63 F2.8. So the first thing I noticed that these couple shoots, I set it to the classic negative, and these are the list of cameras currently that offer the classic negative, just in case, just for some information for you if you want to have the classic negative right now. And hopefully Fujifilm can push the firmware update classic negative to the X-T3, X-T2 also, I mean at least X-T3. And oh, there's one more I missed in here, is a XS10. That's another camera that should be in this list also. So just a quick thing is that the classic negative works better when there's green and the flower, the red behind. It has a nice solid green, like darker green effect on it. So it's good for spring color shoots. Like if you want to shoot some spring portraits, you can play around with that. Of course, you can just change around later in the raw file, just to have more flexibility, so you don't have to worry about on the fly as well. So the next thing I want to talk about a little bit of this lens is that I have shot this lens before, maybe around 1.5 years ago, and this time I'm shooting with the 100 GFX100, but the effect is good. It's good for multi-purpose usage because it's fit around 50mm equivalent to the full frame look and feel, and then it is similar to the 35 f1.4, the bokeh. So the bokeh reminds me of the 35 f1.4, and it has those kind of the Fujifilm characteristic when it is shooting backlight. It has a nice like the flare around the head area as well. So when I first look at the image, I noticed that it is very close to the 35 1.4 bokeh, how the image and how the background blur out in the back. So that's very similar, and it has the right amount of the bokeh. It won't blur out the whole building behind. It still see the same, the structure, the chimney and the windows stuff, so that if you want those like in between very blur out and very solid background, this is good for you if you want to look for just the right amount of bokeh and still have in context of where you are in the town area. So that's a good thing for this. And next let me close this one. I'm gonna share some of the RAW and the JPEG file differences. So I have opened 2 RAW files and then 2 JPEG files just side by side, just to show you. And by the way, I have some link in the description below, just in case you want to download some trial capture one just to try it out. And you can see that directly loaded the raw file, capture one retained the similar color setting that I shot in the JPEG already. So it is good thing. One thing is good that the capture one apply the initial setting that is very close to the setting that I set on here, because I have +1 sharpness I have -4 NR. I don't think that -4 NR will come, but to me, since I have been using between the JPEG and the RAW, the capture one is the closest when it trying to pull the initial color in it. You can see that the overall is a little bit darker because of I think the lens correction, but the color is very close to each other. So that's one thing I noticed. And then it hasn't been sharpening yet, so I just want to zoom in a little bit just to see what's the difference. Yep, so you can see that the color seems like more orange than the one that in here. So let me open the other one. This one is with the the flower. You can see that the initial color is very close already, and the red and the green is very close. And then you can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So that's the left side is the JPEG, and then this one is the GFX100, the raw file. And it's not loading a lot because it's just one file, even though this is the lossless raw file, so it won't lose the data, but it's still compressed, lossless compressed. And of course the capture one has all the other simulation. You can change to other simulation just to play around. So this one is the classic negative already, and you can change to classic chrome or eternal just to have very subtle saturation, and pro neg high also. So you can see the differences between these two after the changes. So the advantage is I think the capture one, the color is very accurate straight out of the camera. When this raw file is loaded, it anticipates the color very close to the initial JPEG. That's what I want to show you initially. So yeah, this my quick thought on this lens. It's pretty good for multi-purpose, and full body, half body is good, and it has the right amount of the bokeh, but you can still see the flower shapes behind the model. So that's pretty good. So that's good. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more video coming up. Thanks. Bye.